This is the WINDMASTER lightweight camping stove made by SOTO. And in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about it. So hopefully you can make a good decision on whether you want to buy one of these or choose a different stove. I will be giving a brand new WINDMASTER away in this video, so make sure you watch it all the way through if you want to be in with a chance of picking one of these up. So this is the SOTO WINDMASTER with the 4-flex 4-prong support. It's Japanese made and is really good quality and easily fits into pretty much any of your pots. This particular pot is part of the SOTO thermostat kit, and the stove comes in a little bag and very compact. So the whole thing, including this little bag, weighs in at 96.3 grams. That's 3.4 ounces, and it's quite unique as the pot support and the burner are actually separate. So the standard package comes with this flexible 4-prong support which just clips onto the burner, but you can buy separately a little 3-prong support which clips onto the stove just as easily if you've got a smaller pot and you want to save just a couple of grams. So this is perfectly fine if you want to use a pot that's only got a small diameter, but if you're using frying pans or bigger pots, you really want to be going with the 4-flex support. At the moment these are going for about £42, and it's about £8 I think for the additional 3-prong support if you want to add that to your kit. Everything easily fits inside the bag for an extra few quid. Gives me that little bit of extra versatility. So the WINDMASTER is 3.5 inches tall, and it's just over 5.5 inches across the diameter of the prongs. And for its size, it's quite a powerful stove. It chucks out about 11,000 BTUs. There's a small rubber seal around the base of the stove, so that helps give you a really good connection to your gas canister. So also there's a built-in piezo igniter. The adjustment screw is really fine, so that gives you precise simmering control, and the built-in micro regulator gives you a constant gas supply even when the pressure is running a little bit low or in colder temperatures. Probably hear the wind in the background there, so should be a good test for this when we crank it up in a minute. But first I want to mention the really wide concave shaped burner, which gives the WINDMASTER its really good performance in these kind of conditions. Once lit, it produces a really wide flame, and then there's a lip around the top here which helps protect the flame from the wind and stop it from blowing out. Also, when you put your pot on, the distance between the burner and the pot is very small. That helps concentrate the heat onto the pot and stops the wind basically blowing the heat away. I suppose we better get it fired up, do a bit of a boil test. I'm only going to do 300 millilitres of water, which should be enough for a brew. Get the stopwatch rolling. So as you can see, because the gap between the pot and the burner is quite small, there's very little heat lost. So 2 minutes 20 seconds in, and we're starting to get a boil. So it's not incredibly windy at the moment, it's only about 5 miles an hour, but you can see how the blue area of the stove, it's not getting touched by the wind at all, as it's being protected by that lip. I've not brought anything with me to cook, but I will show you that this 4-flex support is easily wide enough to take a frying pan, and you can turn the flame right down using this fine adjuster, so it works really well on delicate items like scrambled eggs or fish or something like that. You can see how cold it is out today. Look, gas canister starting to get frost on it. So although this stove performs really well in the wind, I still recommend you use it with some kind of wind shield, as it will definitely aid the performance and save you on fuel in the long run. In really high winds it is still possible to blow this stove out, but in the real world you do try and find some kind of sheltered area when you're cooking or boiling your water anyway. So it's definitely not totally windproof, but it is very wind resistant. So in a minute I'll talk about the giveaway, tell you how you can win this particular stove, but now I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons of the SOTO WINDMASTER. So the first pro is the quality of this stove. It's manufactured in Japan and everything about it is really well made. It's also a very versatile stove, so you can switch out your pot supports if you want to, which gives you quite a few more options, especially if you want to go lighter weight with your camping gear. Another positive thing is this 4-flex support. Allows you to put some really large pans on here, and it really is very, very sturdy. The stove's very compact and lightweight, but for its size, the BTU output makes it a really powerful stove. It's got a built-in igniter, so you don't need to take a lighter with you. And the adjustment on this is really responsive. The micro regulator means that you get a constant gas flow, even when the container's running a little bit low, and it performs really well because of this in colder conditions. And obviously, the main selling point of this stove is its wind resistance. But as I've said already, you do get the best out of it if you use a windscreen as well. But obviously no stove is perfect, so there are a few cons to this as well. The flexible support means that you've either got to build the stove up or disassemble it. You can leave it intact, but then it's not quite as compact as you'd like it to be. So other stoves in this price range, have fold-out legs, which means you're less likely to lose any parts. It would be nice if the Tri-Flex support was included. So if you want this, you've got to shell out another 8 or 10 quid. I've not had any problems with this myself, but a few people have said that piezo igniters do break eventually, so that might need replacing, or you need to take a lighter with you. So the only other con really I can come up with is the price. So I picked this one up here from Amazon at £42. It's about the same price everywhere really, and you can get this style of canister stove a lot cheaper than that. The MSR Pocket Rocket 2 is about £32, something like that, and that is a comparable stove, but it doesn't perform as well in the wind. And although you can get stoves for under a tenner that will boil your water, I still think that this for around 40 quid, the way it performs in the wind, is good value for money. So now for the giveaway. If you want to win this brand new SOTO WINDMASTER, first thing you need to do is hit that like button on the video, and I'll pop a link in the description below where you can add your name and your email and let us know why you'd like to win this stove, and then we'll pick the worthy winner and we'll let you know who it is in one of the videos second week in January. There's no requirements for being a subscriber, commenting in the video or sharing it or anything like that, but if you want to do that, it really helps the channel out. So that's the SOTO WINDMASTER. I've had this a couple of years now and it's never let me down. Really good stove. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.